engagement. You know, I don't come from the business side of the industry. I come from the editorial creative side. So I'm always writing, but I haven't written a script for nearly 20 years now.
Was TV always a big interest of yours? Like, was it something you wanted to work in, maybe when you were a lot younger?
I'll be honest, I never thought I'd ever get the possibility of working in television. You know, ordinary working class family in Birmingham, we had one O-level in the family. You know, I got to grammar school, got O-levels and A-levels. The thing that looked within reach was newspaper journalism. So the thing I thought, well, I know what I want to do. I want to write football reports. I want to work for the Birmingham Evening Mail, covering Birmingham City, and that was my dream. And sadly, it never came true. I ended up having to do this.
But you love it. Do you love?
I do. I'm joking. I love it. I mean, it was a fantastic break. I mean, it was one of those. I think you talk to lots of people in our industry, unless you have the benefit of privilege which might come from an education or knowing someone in the industry or having a family member who's in the industry, when you talk to the people who haven't had those things, you get that moment of huge, great fortune, which I had. You know, I years ago, The Guardian on a Monday had a Media Guardian section in the back where a lot of little small ads, you know, for jobs, and you'd write off for them and never get anywhere. And there was one for a trainee script editor for a company called Zenith North, whatever that was, script I didn't even know. I applied and went through a very long process of writing in, and then they tested you on certain things, and then I went up for an interview and realised it was going to be to work on Wycott Grove, which I hadn't watched at that point. You know, so I was about 23, so it was sort of, you know, people had started after I'd stopped watching children's TV. And then, you know, never expected the call to come to say we're offering you the job. And the great thing about that story is, you know, in terms of doors opening or doors closing, is a year later, the woman who I took over from, and in fact she left the job much earlier than anyone anticipated, so I was suddenly from trainee, I had 6 weeks, and then I was in at the deep end having to do it. But a year later she told me that they'd offered the job to someone else first, and they turned it down. Because they had, I think the story was they were a director and they'd managed to get a short film financed or whatever. So, you know, on those small things, you know, a lot turns.
Was there a programme or a drama, anything? Were you a particular fan of any show, TV series as a kid, really?
I love Brookside.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't, the Corrie was too dated and northern for me. The Midlanders, we don't like the North, really, don't want to say. Don't really like the Midlands either, but Brookside felt like it was a contemporary voice. It was speaking to, you know, me as a teenager, and the parents were recognisable as my parents. And, you know, with hindsight, you look at the brilliant writers they had in it, Jimmy McGovern, Frank Cottrell Boyce, you know, many other great writers. So that was something, you know, that was something I'd tune into, you know, every week. And then